Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. Today we're going to learn how to make this quick and easy lemon peel stitch halter top. This can be matched with our previous lemon peel stitch skirt as well as the lemon peel stitch shorts, as you'll see later on. This is our upcoming tutorial and it will be right after this tutorial, so stay tuned for that one. You can match it up with either the skirt or the pair of shorts that will be coming up in our next video. So if you would like the written pattern, it's already available on all my online shops, and I'll be leaving all the links in the description box below. So let's get started. Alright, so for the materials you will need yarn. The yarn that I'm using is Winter King. It's a 4-ply acrylic yarn and it is a size 3 yarn. So I used about 2 balls, approximately 2 balls of yarn to make this whole project, and I was left with some balance of this yarn. And then I also used a 4mm crochet hook, a darning needle, and a pair of scissors. So let's get started. Alright, so we're going to start off with a slip knot. And we're going to make a chain. This chain is going to vary depending on the size that you're making for. And for me, I'm going to do a total of 45 chains. Now for all the other sizes, you just check on the screen. I'm going to be demonstrating from size extra small to 2XL. So you're going to yarn over, pull through, yarn over, pull through. We are just making a basic chain. And as I had mentioned earlier, I'm making a total of 45 chains for my starting chain for size medium to large. Alright, so I have my 45 chains, and this measures a total of approximately 11 inches without stretching. So for the next sizes, you're going to just increase by 1 inch. That's by adding a total of 4 chains. So I have 11 inches across my chain. And then we're going on to row 1. You're going to go into the second chain from the hook. So not this one, but this one, the second chain from the hook. Insert your hook, pull up a loop, yarn over, pull through all. That's a single crochet. So we're going on to our next stitch. You're going to yarn over, insert your hook into the next chain, pull up a loop, yarn over, pull through 2, and yarn over, pull through 2. So this pattern is explained in the US terms, and this is the lemon peel stitch. We are alternating between a single crochet, which is insert your hook, pull up a loop, yarn over, pull through all, and then a double crochet into the next stitch. So yarn over, insert your hook, pull up a loop, yarn over, pull through 2, and yarn over, pull through 2. So keep alternating between single crochet and double crochet into the next stitch or chain, all the way across until the end of the row, and I'll show you how to wind up. So keep in mind that for this pattern, each row begins with a single crochet and ends with a double crochet, as you'll see later on. So keep alternating between single crochet and double crochet until towards the end of the row 1, and I'll show you how to wind up your row. Alright, so we are coming to the end of the row, and I've just placed a single crochet in the second last chain, and I'll place a double crochet into the very last chain of the row. Remember, I mentioned that each row begins with a single crochet and ends with a double crochet. So this marks the end of row 1. Row 2 is going to start creating increases at the beginning of the row. So you're going to make a chain of 1 and turn your work. Into the very first stitch, you're going to place 1 single crochet, 1 double crochet into the same stitch, and then a single crochet into the same stitch, just like that. We've placed 3 stitches into the same exact stitch. Then from here, you're going to place a double crochet into the next single crochet, a single crochet into the next double crochet, and we're just going to keep alternating between double crochet and single crochet all the way across. So the increase has been created at the beginning of the row, and then from there you just keep alternating between the 2 stitches. You should notice that we place a double crochet in the single crochet of the previous row, and then we place a single crochet on top of the double crochet from the previous row. So keep alternating between the 2 stitches until the end of the row. I'll meet you back towards the end of the row. Alright, so we're coming to the end of the row, and I'm placing a single crochet in the second last double crochet of the previous row, and then this is a single crochet and it will receive 1 double crochet, and that marks the end of row 2. Now, one thing that you should note for this particular design, we are only increasing at the beginning of the row. So when it comes to the end, we have only placed 1 double crochet into the very last stitch. So row 3, you're going to make a chain of 1 and turn your work. Row 3 is going to resemble row 2. So from now on, we're just repeating row 2 until we grow our halter top to a certain level. So you make a chain of 1 and turn your work, and then into the very first stitch you're going to place 1 single crochet, 1 double crochet, and 1 single crochet, all in the same stitch, and then 1 double crochet into the next stitch, 1 single crochet into the next stitch, and keep alternating between double crochet and single crochet all the way across. And make sure at the end of the row you end your row with a double crochet into the last single crochet of the previous row. So I'll meet you back towards the end of the row. So you can see how the lemon peel stitch is already forming, and as we go ahead it will become even more and more pronounced. So we've come to the end of row 3, and I'm placing my last double crochet into the single crochet at the end of the row, and that marks the end of row 3. Now we are going to keep repeating row 2 until the base of our top measures 4 inches less than your waistline circumference. So for me, the waistline circumference that I'm considering is 26 inches. So I'm going to make sure I work until I have a total of 22 inches across the base of my top, because 26 minus 22 is 4 inches. So make sure you have a total of about 4 inches less than your waistline circumference, and then I'll meet you back at that point and show you what to do next. Alright guys, I ended up doing a total of 20 rows in order to get to that length that is 4 inches less than my waistline circumference. As you can see here, we have a total of 22, and the waistline circumference that I'm considering is 26 inches, which is a difference of 4 inches. So for now, my top measures 7 inches approximately. So once you get to this point, you're going to stop increasing. Now we're going to start working a plain row. So you make a chain of 1, turn your work, 1 single crochet into the very first stitch, and then 1 double crochet into the next single crochet, 1 single crochet into the next double crochet, and 1 double crochet into the next single crochet. So you're going to repeat that all the way across, alternating between single and double crochet until the end of the row. And you should see that the direction of the piece is already changing. We are now going flat because we are not creating any more increases on the edges. So just keep working, alternating between the 2 stitches until towards the end of the row, and I'll show you how to wind up. So we've come to the end of the row, and you should end with a double crochet into the very last single crochet of the previous row. Make sure you end your row with a double crochet. So from here you're going to make a chain of 1 and repeat this non-increase row, single crochet into the double crochet, and then double crochet into the single crochet. We're going to keep repeating this non-increase row until we get to our belly button level. I'll be letting you know how many inches that will be and how many rows that I'll end up doing. So just get your stitch marker and mark that row, the very first row of no increase, so that we keep track of the number of rows that we keep doing at different stages. So I'm going to just keep repeating the non-increase row until I get to my belly button level or your waistline, and then I'll show you what to do next. Alright guys, as you can see, as you keep working your non-increase rows, you can see the direction of the top now. It's going straight down, and this is where we ended our increase rows, and now the direction of the top is changing to just go straight down. That applies to this side as well. Alright guys, I ended up doing a total of 12 rows of plain stitches without increases, and this brought my top to a length of 11 inches altogether. As you can see here, this is the length that I'm considering for my top, and at this point I'm going to just make a chain of 1 and cut my yarn. This is the length of the top that I'm going for because what I want to match it up with is already high-waisted, so I don't want to make my top longer to cover the waistband of the shorts. So at this point, after making your chain of 1 and cutting your yarn, we're going to attach our yarn onto the top corners of the halter top, and we're going to make simple straps, just a plain chain. So you're going to attach your yarn in this corner, and then make a single crochet into that same exact space where you've attached your yarn, and you're going to make a very long chain. For me, I'll consider making a total of 150 chains, but if you want your straps even longer, you can go ahead and make even more chains than 150. Alright, after my 150 chains, I'm going to make a chain of 1 and cut my yarn. I'm going to repeat the same exact process for the opposite side. Make a slip knot and attach your yarn into the second corner. and then make a single crochet into the same space and make your long chain of the same exact number of chains that you've done on the first side. Alright guys, once you are done with both your straps, you're going to turn your work onto the back side. Both sides should look the same, so just decide which side is the back side. So for me, I'm going to just flip my work onto the side that I want to be the back side of my work, and then you're going to fold over your work like this. And we're going to start lacing up. So the lace up of this top is going to be in this corner where you stopped increasing, where the direction of the top starts changing. We're going to bring our yarn like this, and this strap on this side onto the opposite side, and we're going to thread it through that corner where we stopped increasing, and we're going to do the same exact thing on this side as well, just like that. This is what you should have. And then we are going to locate somewhere in the middle of this distance, and we are going to thread our strap again. We're going to lace it up on this side as well. Just like that. So this is what you should have for now. And then we're going to also lace it up at the base of our top. Like this. And then at this point you can go ahead and make a knot. Just like that. And then you're going to get your pair of scissors and your darning needle, and you're going to weave in all your ends and cut off all the loose ends on your top. Alright, so just go ahead and weave in all your tails using your darning needle, so that we can have a very neat finish at the end of our project. And make sure you're weaving in your ends on the wrong side of your work. Alright, so this is what our work looks like at the end of it all, and let's see the final look of our crochet halter top, the lemon peel stitch crochet halter top.